so much for stopping by. I'm instructor Wayne Jenkins. Welcome to my guitar lessons. Today's video we're going to talk about the importance of developing a practice routine. Alright, so let's take a look at our practice routine. I highly recommend you get one. If you feel that you're not progressing as fast as you'd like to, you're not moving forward, it's probably because you don't have a routine. It's very important for learning, okay? If you're bouncing around from here to there, you're not really focusing, you're not getting to where you need to get to, it's probably because you don't have a practice routine. So let's take a look at 10-step practice routine to help you improve your guitar playing. Okay, number one, spend a few minutes getting your guitar in tune. Very important. Okay, you can either tune by ear, or you can use your clip-on tuner. If you need a place to find one, you kind of get. I'll leave a link below, the kind that I use, okay? I would spend a few minutes doing that. That's really helpful. That way you know what the names of your strings are. So make sure your guitar is in tune. Spend a few minutes doing that, maybe 2 to 5 minutes, what I recommend, okay? Number two, finger warm-ups. Do some finger warm-ups, okay? They're very, very important. I know they're not always the funnest thing in the world to do, but they're very important for just getting your fingers used to being on the fretboard, building up your motor skills, okay, between your hands, the hand-to-hand coordination, okay? It's kind of like athletes. They spend a few minutes, you know, stretching and stuff like that before they play the game. So you want to do that as well. Get your wrists, you know, loose, get the blood flowing through your fingers and that kind of stuff, right? So I'd recommend spending about 5 to 10 minutes doing that. Do some finger warm-ups, okay? Number three, review your notes. Do you know your notes on the guitar? If you do, great, go through them. If you don't, I would highly recommend you learn them. I can't tell you how many guitar players that I've met over the years who they can play songs and they're great guitar players, but they don't know their notes, okay? Know your notes, all right? It's just gonna make you a better guitar player, all right? Know what notes are on each one of your strings. Know each one of your frets. Know where the notes are different. If there's a G here, where else is there a G? Find them. Find those different notes. It really, really helps your guitar playing. It's going to help you to understand so many things, how to create chords, stuff like that, okay? So spend at least, I'd say, a good, 5-10 minutes going through your notes. Make sure you know your notes on every string, every fret, okay? Number four, go through your chord shapes. Review your chord shapes, okay? Make sure you know those real well. Make sure that you can move between them cleanly, you know? You got your natural chords that are right here, and you got your bar chords or your power chords that move up and down the fretboard, okay? So work on those. Make sure you have them down real good. Make sure you can move around them. If they're bar chords, make sure you have them down real good, okay? Work on that for about 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Number five, scale patterns. Now I know even if you don't want to play lead guitar, I would recommend working on your scale patterns because there's a lot of guitar riffs that are made out of scale patterns, Okay, so a lot of riffs that are made out of scale patterns, so definitely work on those, okay? That's going to help you to understand the guitar more anyway. Even if you don't want to play solos, you might want to play some solos in the future. So work on your scale patterns, start with your pentatonic patterns, know your major scale pattern, your major. Okay, know what key you're playing it in. That's why it's good to know your notes, okay? So work on that for a good 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, number six, riffs and songs. Your riffs to your songs, if you're learning songs, go through some of those riffs that you know. Check them out. Make sure they sound good. They sound recognizable. Whatever riffs they are, doesn't matter what they are, but just go through them. Pick a few of them and spend a good, 10-15 minutes going through your guitar riffs. Make sure you know them very well, okay? Very, very important. Okay, number seven, work on reading sheet music. I know a lot of guitar players don't like to mess with sheet music. Watch videos, show me where to put my hands, that's good. It's not good. It's okay, but we want to be better than that, okay? You want to be the best you can be, so learn how to read some basic sheet music. You don't have to go all full bore with the standard notation and everything, but at least learn how to read tabs, learn how to read, chord diagrams, box patterns, you know, learn how to understand the basic fundamentals of how to read sheet music for guitar, okay? It's very important. I would highly recommend you work on that for a good 5, 10, 15 minutes, okay? The more you look at it, I know at first it's going to look like Chinese writing. You're not going to be able to figure it out. I know I had that problem myself. I had a hard time with that, to be honest with you. But the more I worked with it, eventually I got it, you know? And I know it's a hard thing to do, but I'm telling you, it could really benefit you in the long run. So if you don't know how to read sheet music too well, by all means, keep working on it. I know it's a hurdle that's hard to get over, but I'm telling you, it's going to benefit you in the long run. I guarantee it, okay? So work on that for a good 5, 10 minutes. You don't have to work on it too much. It's just 5, 10 minutes of working on that, okay? Number 8, work on your hammer-ons, your bends, your slides, your vibratos, you know, this kind of stuff, you know, your hammer-ons. Your pull-offs. Even if you don't play lead guitar, you still want to work on these techniques because they're a lot in rhythm as well, okay? You know, work on your slides. Slide up and down the fretboard. Pick 2 frets and try to slide back and forth between them, okay? Work on your bends. Different places, different strings. Work on your vibrato, which is a really hard technique to get down, okay? So work on that, but you know, if you work on it, you'll get better at it, okay? Work on that stuff, all right? You know, you can bend a string, you can strike a string and bend it up, or you can bend a string up first, and then strike it and bring it down. Okay, there's all kinds of different things you can do with this stuff. Just work on it, okay? Work on these techniques. Work on them for, you know, a good 10, 15 minutes, okay? Number 9, work on your rhythm technique. Work on your picking hand, you know? When you're playing your chords, when you're forming your chords, work on, you know, if you're picking the strings individually, or if you're strumming, you know, work on down strumming, work on up strumming, work on triplets. Triplets are like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Count, you know, and I know counting sometimes people don't want to do that, but at least do it in your head, okay? You don't have to do it out loud, but at least do it in your head because it really helps to develop that internal clock that musicians need. We all need to develop that. It's very important. I've met a lot of musicians over the years who just, you know, didn't spend time working on that enough, and then they go to try to play with other people and their timing is way off, okay? Because they just don't work on it enough. Work on that, okay? Build that internal clock inside you. It's gonna make you a much better musician. Even if you don't wanna play with other people, you know, you might wanna play to your favorite song. So if you're gonna play with your favorite song, you still need to develop good timing. It's very important. Work on that, okay? Work on those rhythm techniques. Work on that for a good 10, 15 minutes, okay? And then number 10, lead guitar soloing, okay? Now, if you don't wanna play lead guitar soloing, you know, then I guess you don't need to work on that. You can work on maybe some basics of music theory, okay? That's another one. I'd say maybe you can work on that as well anyway. That'd be number 11. But I would recommend if you're gonna work on lead guitar, you know, work on your scales. Work on knowing those patterns, where they're at. Work on your licks, guitar licks, you know? Because a lot of solos are based off of guitar licks. And this is where the finger exercises come in and where your, you know, number 8, your hammer-ons, slides and bends and all that stuff come in, okay? And you'll be able to play some really cool stuff, all right? And then I would say, once again, okay, so those are 10 things, but we'll just add a couple more. 11, work on some basic music theory. Understand what key you're playing in. Understand your majors, your minors, you know? Just basic stuff. It doesn't have to be major, you know, it doesn't have to be fully extensive is what I mean to say, but just work on kind of knowing where you're at along the fretboard. You know, this fretboard here, there's a lot of mystery involved there, and it takes some time to learn it. And if you take some time to learn it, at least the basic fundamentals of theory, you're going to be a great guitar player, far above most, I guarantee it, okay? And then of course, number 12, work on your sound. Work on developing your sound, you know. Are you playing on a clean sound, you know? Are you playing with distortion, overdrive? Are you using any pedals, delay, chorus, reverb, wah, any of that stuff? You know, work on that. You know, it's fun. It's fun to develop your sound and figure out how the pedals work and all that stuff as well. And if you do all this stuff on a day-to-day basis, I guarantee you are going to see some serious progress fast. I guarantee it, okay? So that's my thing. I would recommend focusing on these things. And as always, make sure you have a goal. Now, if you have some issues with that, click on the link below. I have a link below the video here. It'll help you to set some guitar goals. You got to have some guitar goals. Got to set the goals of what you want to achieve, because you're just going to be bouncing around. You're not going to be achieving anything. You say, well, I just want to have fun. Well, you'll progress faster if you have a destination. I guarantee it, okay? So, and always try to learn something new every day if you can. That really helps a lot too. One thing that a lot of people do is they kind of focus on what they're good at, and they don't focus on what they're not good at. And it's what you're not good at that's really going to make your progress. It's going to make you progress faster, make you move forward, okay? So don't get into that common mistake of keep playing the same stuff you're good at playing. You have to step out of your comfort zone in order to progress, in order to grow, okay? So don't get discouraged if your growth is slow. Don't do that. I mean, some of this stuff is going to be easier than others, just the way it is. Tackle that stuff that's hard. It'll make you a much better player, I guarantee it, okay? So work on these, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, you thought you got something out of it, please hit me a thumbs up on the like there, and hit the bell for the future notifications of the videos, and be sure to visit my website at dwaynesguitarlessons.com. Check out my guitar club. I have a lot of insider secrets and training tips in there for you that'll really help you out as well, in addition to these videos. And I've got some upcoming books that I'm writing that are going to help you out as well. So be sure to check out the links in below. I'll have some links down there for some things that'll really help you out with your guitar playing, okay? So thank you once again so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to keep practicing. Very important. Get that practice routine developed. And I will see you at our next lesson. Take care.